All aboard! It's time for another question and answer session with Jason. Today's question comes in from Earl Feaster. He actually gave me two. The first one, during your trip, if people's generosity do not meet the level that you need, what will your course of action be? Well, Earl, have you ever turned tricks in a back alley for $1? I mean, is a man really above turning tricks for survival? If that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do. I better stock up on the lube. Well, anyways, hopefully it doesn't come to that, dire of a situation, but I'm hoping that if something happens where I run out of money, I'm unable to make any more through panhandling, first thing I'm really gonna do is probably jump on Craigslist, and I'm going to look for day jobs. If you go on Craigslist and look at any major city throughout the country, there's always day labor jobs available. It could be as simple as moving somebody from their house to their new house. It could be painting their home. It could be yard work, all kinds of stuff. It could be modeling. Yeah. There's all kinds of different day jobs that are out there. That would probably be my first course of action. Hell, I'll even play Santa Claus. I mean, I'll do what I have to do. I could also go to like a Labor Ready and find a day job. So if for some reason I'm stuck, I'm not making another dollar panhandling, I'm not opposed to getting a day job in order to get by. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. But we'll see. Another thing I could do, if it's really bad and I can't find a day job and I'm super, super desperate, I guess I could pawn one of my cameras. I'm going to be on the road with several camera setups, and I'm sure I'll find out real quick what stuff I use every day, what stuff is backup. So if I have to, maybe I'll pawn something as a backup, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. In order to stretch my dollars even further, so that I can go farther, I'm also going to use like community food banks. So right now I'm actually looking up city to city to see if those are even services that are available. And pretty much throughout the country, there's a community food bank. So if I'm somewhere and I'm low on food, low on funds, I'll use community food banks in order to really stretch the dollar further. Another thing I'm going to do to also stretch my dollars further, I'm going to probably pick up some hitchhikers and ask them, hey man, do you mind splitting the cost to the next city? I'll also use Craigslist again as a resource for rideshare. I'll put on there saying, hey man, I'm going from, let's look at the map here. I'm going from Dallas to Shreveport, Louisiana. Anybody want to ride? Split gas with me. So that's another way that I intend on making my dollars stretch even further, so that hopefully every dollar that I do get can go towards gas and whatever food or entertainment that I possibly need. But hopefully I'm creative enough while I'm on the road and you guys give me some great sign ideas that I'll be able to use, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm also practicing some street performances, so you might see me do a song and dance, maybe some ballet, I don't know. So that's another thing that I'm not opposed to doing, is trying some street performing as well. All right, hope that answers your question. No, I'm not turning tricks at all. Not even an option. Second question is, what course of actions are you going to take if you encounter bad weather? Well, I'm going to be traveling, April, May, June into July. Those are typically fairly mild months out of the year. I'll encounter some rain for sure. But the van, I have a lot of things that are mounted up on the roof there. So there's a lot of holes that I've had to seal up. So in order to protect that, I'm going to bring like all-purpose tape, like Gorilla Tape. That works really, really well. I'm also going to bring another tube of like caulking with me, so that if I spring a leak, I can patch it up as quick as I can. And I'm going to have a tarp or two with me as well. If something really bad happens and there's a huge rain and we're leaking inside the van, I'll be able to throw a tarp up as a last resort if I have to. Now, if I'm out and about, I'm trying to panhandle or make a buck or whatever I'm doing, and it's just raining, I'll have a tarp or a poncho with me. I'll be able to cover up in. Maybe I'll find a spot where, I can get some shelter if I have to. I won't deal with any snow, at least I shouldn't. When I'm looking at my map, I'm going to leave in April. I'll be in the southern states, basically for the start. So weather should be fairly good for April. May, I'll be working my way up the East Coast and then kind of around. And then June, so it'll start to be into summer, I'll work across the top of the country and then all the way over to the Seattle area and then back down through June and probably into July. So hopefully I will avoid most of the bad weather. I do anticipate obviously some rain, but if that happens, hopefully we're sealed up enough in the van that I don't have to deal with that. But if I do have a couple things that I'll be able to use in order to keep myself dry. I also have some protective stuff that I can throw on my cameras. The GoPros, they're all waterproof, so I'll be able to record no matter what with those GoPros, so that's pretty awesome. So hey, Earl, thanks for the questions today. I appreciate that. If anybody has any more questions, comments, concerns they'd like me to answer, feel free to ask. And as always, have a great day. Stay tuned for more.